I have not turned the page yet. I don't know if we're actually going to talk about it, if Nick's going to be honest, what Charlie's reaction is going to be. I am so scared right now. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry, no. This is not a drill. It is Heartstopper release day. I feel like I've been waiting a lifetime for a moment like this. I've just been to see Leona Lewis in concert, so I'm getting a lot of Leona Lewis puns coming out. But I'm so excited. I am going to book a taxi, I'm going to go into town, and I am going to get the new volume of Heartstopper. I'm a big Heartstopper fan. I do have a reading vlog reading the first 4 Heartstopper volumes. Well, it was a reread. I've read these like millions of times. So if you want to know my thoughts on the first 4 volumes, check out the vlog. I'll link it down below. I also have reactions to the first and second season of Heartstopper 2, also linked down below. I'm just a huge Heartstopper fan, okay? I love Nick and Charlie. I love all the characters. Like, the TV show is like so good as well. It's like one of my favorites ever now. And I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Am I? Because volume 4 was kind of sad. And I don't want to be sad. And the cover of volume 5 looks sad. Oh, I can't leave until she's finished feeding the birds as well. My neighbour opposite, yeah, she likes to feed the birds. But I also don't like to be seen by people. At least not people I know, you know. I don't want to be judged today. So this reading vlog will be for just volume 5 of Heartstopper. It will be filled with spoilers too. So if you haven't read volume 5 just yet, go ahead, read that first and then come back. Before you go as well, like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Anyway, let's go to town. Let's get volume 5. Ash, Tobu, where are you? Oh, Ash, I'm going to get the new Heartstopper, okay? So be good. Don't mind all the mess, by the way, guys. Tobu, Daddy's off to get Heartstopper, okay? So be good. Heartstopper Volume 5 is acquired. Town was awful. I hated going into town, but I did it for Heartstopper. I did it for Nick and Charlie. At least I'm alive. Nothing worse than Christmas shoppers, am I right? I also picked up Killing Stalking Volume 5. Now, if you want a book that's like Heartstopper, but probably a little bit more wholesome, with a love story that's just as epic, then I would definitely recommend Killing Stalking. Oh my god, I'm totally lying. Please don't pick this up if you're a fan of Heartstopper. But I read this in Costa because I wanted to read this in the comfort of my own home, which is a bit odd because this one is a lot more risque that you kind of don't want to read in public. But I want to get my pajamas on, I want to get all nice and cozy, maybe make a hot chocolate and read this and just live. But now look at my Heartstopper display, isn't it so cute? So cute. Well, actually, it's more of an Alice Oseman display, but Heartstopper is the centerpiece. This is what my library is all about, you know? Oh my gosh, I love it. All 5 volumes so far. Also, this is a Heartstopper bag that I got at Yalk. And I don't really know where to put it, so I just put it there. So having this hat on today has really messed up my hair, and I cannot be bothered to wash it. I mean, I don't have time to wash it because we need to get straight into this book right now. Right now. No delaying any longer. It's time for Nick and Charlie. And I love on the back how it says Nick and Charlie are in love. Oh, there's even a content warning at the very start about mental health and eating disorders and sexual references. And I'm like, the way that volume 4 broke me, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But it's actually happening now. This is already becoming too intense already. We're starting with Nick writing in a diary. And some good stuff, you know, like Nick's dad knows about them. And Nick is saying they've come a long way, which is so cute. But Nick has to apply for university. And I don't know how I feel about moving away from Charlie. Ah, God, like, real life does sometimes get in the way of true love. But they would definitely be able to make it work. I just know it. But I'm also thinking about Charlie. He feels so dependent on Nick, honestly. Like, the way that his character has progressed in, like, volume 3 and 4. And I love what Nick's mum said. I can't remember which volume it was now. They all kind of blur into one for me now. Something about, like, how love can't cure mental illness. And that really sticks with me. Ever since Nick's mum mentioned it, it's stuck with me. And I want Nick to be able to live his life and go to university, but also I know that Charlie needs him too. You know, I don't think he has to give up anything, but I'm a little bit worried about the direction of that. Okay, I feel like I can breathe a little bit more. Nick has only a year and a bit before he leaves school forever, so we do have time. We have a lot of time, and I think volume 6 is going to be the final volume, so maybe volume 6 will end before Nick goes away to university. Maybe, I don't know. So that's just a theory, so I'm not as torn about that, because at least we might not have to see the separation between Nick and Charlie, but also that could be a really good thing for Charlie as well, to have some space in order to, I don't know, like, find himself and find the power within himself. Because my poor boy is going through so much, you know, so much internal anguish. And yeah, I just need to protect both of them at whatever cost. Happy birthday, Charlie! Is it your mission in life to embarrass me? Yes, it's actually my sworn duty as your boyfriend. That's so cute. If I have to wear this, can I at least get a birthday kiss? Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I love this. Like, what an amazing page. We need to talk more about Alice Oseman's illustrations, because they are always just 10 out of 10. Am I the only person in the world who keeps forgetting that Alid exists? I've been way too used to the TV show that it's terrible that I've forgotten about him. It has been a little while since I read volume 4 as well. Between reading volume 4 and this, I've watched both season 1 and 2 of Heartstopper a million times. So I need to get out that mindset and realise that Alid is an actual character in the graphic novels. Okay, so Charlie is talking to Tao and Alid about feeling something a little bit different when they're kissing. And they're like, shall we tell him? And Tao's like, you might be ready to take things a step further. And Alid's just like, he's talking about sex. I know. But the funny thing is as well is like, Charlie's saying, oh, but you know, Nick said he wasn't ready. And they're like, well, when was that? And Charlie says, last summer. And Alid's like, it's literally April. Come on, girl. This kind of talk is just so funny, considering like when I was this age, I'm thinking back to how much I try to avoid the conversation as well. But it's such an important conversation to have. And I think teens who are reading this, who are confused and don't know what to do, will hopefully take a lot of inspiration from it and feel seen. The crew's all here. Look, Tara, Darcy, Sahar, Elle. I'm trying so hard to remember my 16th birthday. When was it? I think it was in 2008. Oh, I'm so old. I'm so old. 2008. Was that when I turned 16? Yeah. Literally cannot tell you what I did for my birthday. One thing that I don't think gets talked about enough sometimes is like how Charlie is dealing with his eating disorder. And I love that, you know, Nick is asking and checking in, saying doing okay there, and Charlie being like, yeah, Jeff said I should charge myself with a cake, so I'm just taking it slowly. So it's just like nice to see that open conversation about it, because that really does show how far Charlie's come, like leaps and bounds from the previous volume, for instance. And like I already feel so much happier and lighter now that there is this open conversation, considering like how hard it was for even Nick to approach Charlie about the subject in the first place. So it's just, oh, it's so good. So far, this is already feeling like a 5-star. Nick hiding from the scary movie in Charlie's arms is the cutest thing ever. Don't get me wrong, I really do want Nick and Charlie to like never leave each other's sight, honestly, because I do feel their love and I want their love to flourish. But I really do hope that Nick does what he needs to do for himself as well, especially when picking a university. He's saying he might just go to Kent University so he can stay in the area and be near Charlie. But honestly, when he said that he might just stay in Kent, it didn't sound like it came from his heart. I'll probably just go to Kent Uni and stay here. It's like, you need to think more deeply about this, Nick. Which of course is so much pressure about picking a university and what you do next. Like, oh my gosh, like I know this, the pressure is immense and you don't really know half the time what you want to do next. But I do hope that Nick prioritizes himself and his education and his future. That's what I want. But don't get me wrong, I never want Nick and Charlie to split up or even go too far apart from each other for too long. Volume 4 broke my heart when they had to take that separation between them. Like, that broke my heart and it felt awful. But, you know, this would be happening more organically and it's something that Nick would need. Don't come for me. I'm not trying to say Nick and Charlie should split up or anything. I just want Nick to do what is right by Nick as well. I love this page so much too. I love it. This has also given me the TV series vibes as well, and I don't know why. Have I got a spot on my head? How have I just noticed that? Gosh damn, don't look at me. Oh no. Oh, I very rarely get spots and it looks like one's coming through. Damn it. Anyway, sorry, I was about to say the whole ramble about, wanting to do it for the first time is again so relatable, and especially as a gay guy, like when I was younger as well, I'd be like, well, how and what and what do I do? Like it was just so confusing, and it was definitely a time before we have a lot more representation for LGBTQ plus people. So now it seems like it's probably easier to get access to that information. But I feel like it doesn't matter what time period you're in. Like say it was the 2000s for me when I was like questioning and talking about sexuality and stuff, and now like 20 years later it still feels pretty much the same. We still go through the same kinds of things. Just don't look at my spot, please, for God's sake. I cannot stop laughing. What? We never ever did this in my sex ed classes, by the way. Never. Maybe you should try it not on a cucumber sometime. What? That's too much. Just do things at your own pace. Yes, that is the message that I love that Alice Oseman is presenting in Heartstopper. There is someone in class, what was his name again, Marcus, who has lost his V card. But I love what they say about like how society makes it a big deal. There's so much pressure to have sex at this age. Like, yeah, honestly, it was the same 20 years ago. It was the exact same. And I didn't expect Volume 5 to take this angle with sex education and stuff. But like by presenting it in a story like Heartstopper, I just feel like it's so important. Like I feel like every single volume has been so important. So yeah, there's not much more I can say about this topic right now, unless in 5 seconds when I, get the camera back on. Where was this when I was 16? Where? Also, I lost my V card to a guy I had a crush on while I was 16. It was during our GCSEs, and yeah, it was really special to me. But again, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't think it was the right thing to do either, because again, gay people were bullied relentlessly and it was seen as a bad thing. But I hope with Heartstopper that when young LGBTQ plus people do take that step, they know that they're not wrong and they know that they're not bad people. Oh my god, Taonella's so cute too! Oh, there was a really intense moment when Nick and Charlie, they're in the bedroom and Nick is asking, can I take this off? Charlie kind of goes into this mental state with blackness all around him. And again, I love the way that Alice Oseman depicts so much like mental anguish and mental health in their illustrations. But yeah, it seems like we're going in that direction where, they're kind of building up the courage to be intimate for the first time, like more intimate than usual. So I do appreciate the fact that it's not like an easy thing to overcome, because for a lot of people it really isn't. Charlie saying he's nervous about taking his shirt off, and Charlie admitting it's just like all in his head really. So again, like there are some barriers that need to come down before Charlie is really 100% truly ready. But I do feel like we're making so much progress with this. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot about Charlie's brother Oliver as well. He makes me laugh in every single volume, Oliver. And you know what? This is no different. He's gotten Tori's phone and she's chasing him around. I love this. Charlie thinks again in his head that as soon as he takes his shirt off that Nick will think he's disgusting. Honestly, I have these same issues with myself. You do whenever you are going to be intimate with someone. You think, are they going to criticize me? Are they going to judge my body? Like, I feel like this is so relatable no matter what age you are. It's all about self-image and the perceptions that you have on yourself. And we know that Nick would never say that to Charlie, and he would never ever think that ever. So this is what needs to come down for Charlie. He needs to feel a lot more self-love before he can really allow himself to be loved by others. I never want to see his face again. But can we just appreciate how beautiful this panel is? Also, no truer words have spoken. I really love Jeff, by the way. It's important to remember that as long as you and Nick trust and respect each other and are listening and communicating with each other, then you're safe and there's nothing to worry about. Oh, it's just what Charlie needs to hear. And the fact that Jeff is like such a big Nick and Charlie fanboy. He's like, Charlie, I think you have a lot of confidence. Aren't you the one who confessed your feelings to Nick first? Yes! When you weren't even sure whether he liked you back. Like, he's been paying attention. He's probably running the Nick and Charlie fan club. Oh my god, I love this. My mum's not home for like half an hour. Yeah? but then the pets are there. And don't get me wrong, I do think Charlie is going to be very supportive of Nick. But when Nick says about looking at universities with Tara and Elle, and Charlie being like faraway universities and kind of looking like really sad and depressed about it, it's like, I can only imagine the immense guilt that Nick already feels that this is just like not great right now. He needs to be a little bit more. I know it's really hard because, again, the relationship between them is so strong. I just need like a little bit more support. Like, it's okay, Nick, if you want to go to a university that is going to be amazing for your future and career, brilliant, do it. But I don't think Charlie's quite ready for that just yet. The year 11 leavers and everyone writing words and their names on the shirts and things is so relatable. I remember mine like it was yesterday, even though it was 15 years ago now. I'm pretty sure someone drew a willy on the back of mine. Oh, Charlie being told that he would be an inspiration as head boy by his teacher is so lovely, honestly. There are a lot of younger students who would find it inspiring to see you as head boy, that's all. I do hope, because again, I feel like Charlie's also holding himself back in terms of confidence. Sahar had asked earlier if he will play the drums for the summer feat in town. I don't know what the hell that is. But he's not confident at all about performing in front of a crowd. So again, like with the head boy thing, about giving a speech potentially at the interview, and he's just holding himself back by being so anxious about it. So hopefully we see how Charlie conquers his anxiety to also give himself the opportunities to thrive, especially as a potential head boy. Like, that's amazing. Just think of the opportunities he would be given with that on his resume, his like CV or whatever, I don't know. But also finding the confidence within himself to be head boy could also help break into his confidence in allowing Nick to go off to university and not be as dependent on him. I think that would be pretty cool. But also I love the fact that Yusef and I've forgotten the teacher names now, but the two teachers who are like romantically involved, they are so cute. I hope we see more of them. We also don't talk enough about Nick's mum. She is an absolute icon. I picture her as Olivia Colman forever now, by the way. But Nick and Charlie want to have a sleepover at Nick's. I love the fact that, you know, Nick's mum firstly says yes, that's fine. But then you and Charlie are being safe, aren't you? And like how embarrassing that is for like, you know, a child from their parent to ask and to say, but at least she's like so open-minded and she's trying to be helpful too. Like, that's what you want. As embarrassing as it is to talk about, because it is an embarrassing subject when talking with your parents about it, but like to have that open communication is again so beautiful. I love Nick's mum so much. Best parent ever. My mum said you can stay over. Tori. Yeah, good luck getting mum to agree to a boyfriend sleepover. Tori always lurking. And why is the funniest thing Charlie trying to ask his mum about staying over at Nick's? She's got too much grumpy energy going on for my liking. But it's just funny seeing Charlie just try and get the courage to ask her and then just being like, you know what, maybe not. Oh my god, I don't know why this is so dramatic, but it just is. But Charlie has asked his mum to, you know, go. He's finally got the courage. They make dinner together and it's like a really nice moment between them. And then he asks his mum, like, can I stay over at Nick's? And she's like, not yet, wait until your exams. Like, she doesn't really think he's like that ready yet. And Charlie does get very defensive. He does put some words into her mouth, which is a little bit unfair. But at the same time, yeah, like, I'm trying not to play devil's advocate here because there is a way of going about it, and I do think Charlie's mum needs to trust Charlie a lot more than she obviously does. But she obviously worries so much about him. You're only 16 and you've been very ill. Let's just talk about this after exams are over. But then Charlie, oh god, I think this might have been a bad idea. Charlie saying, if I want to spend time with my boyfriend, then I will, you can't stop me. And then leaves the house. It's like, yeah. There are two sides to every story, right? But I love the fact that we might be getting some more of Charlie's mum, because it looks like she's having her own little flashback, which we have been having a few flashbacks in this volume. But yeah, we have her, younger. I hate you. Is that how you talk to your mother? So it seems like she is dealing with something from her past. So like, even look at this. Look at this. The black spots around her head, which indicates that she is probably feeling really depressed, and there's like a really depressing memory that has come back to her. I love the way that that's been incorporated into that. It's like we can't just think that she's a bad mum, because I don't think she's a bad mum. I really don't. She is just more scared, I guess, you know, and Charlie is, you know, fragile and Charlie still has like a long way to go. So I can understand where she is coming from. I understand where Charlie's coming from. I need them to meet in the middle somehow. But again, I don't really know what I would do in that situation either if that was my child. You know, it's very complicated, very, very complex. And I love that Alice Oseman has shown us like a bit more of a sympathetic side to Charlie's mum. Ah, God, I just love this volume so much already. See, Nick is feeling a whole lot of guilt. I love the splattering kind of effect on things that they're thinking about. And obviously, like, this is Nick's insecurity. This is Nick's conscience weighing on him, what's on his mind. And yeah, please don't leave me behind. You can tell Nick is feeling so guilty about the prospect of leaving Charlie behind. So it's like now more important than ever to take that guilt and that pressure off of Nick's shoulders. It's not even just pressure about finding a uni for him. It's not just pressure about his future and what he's going to do, but also the pressure of Charlie. The weight of their love is so heavy. Do you know how incredible it is for this kind of representation for the bi community, who always seem to get erased from like everything? When I realized I was bi, I feel like I woke up, because I was repressing so much of myself before then, not just my sexuality, but like my thoughts and feelings and personality. Like, oh, poor little Nick. But I think I still hide behind that mask a lot of the time, just laughing and joking with my mates, but never really opening up to anyone. Now that I've been thinking about uni, my future, I've realised there's so much about myself I need to figure out. Exactly, Nick. Exactly, you do. You do need to figure that out. Nick's feelings and existence is just as important as Charlie's. Oh my gosh, they did it. And this is probably like the most beautiful depiction of that you could get in a young adult graphic novel. I just love how tasteful and beautiful that was, honestly. But again, so important to depict, because this is real life. This is exactly what teens go through. And I know there's probably going to be a lot of people being like, oh, but this shouldn't belong in a teen graphic novel book series or whatever. And yet, do you know how many times I've read in young adult books of like straight teenage couples, and that seems to be okay with everyone, but as soon as it comes to anybody who is LGBTQ+, it's apparently disgusting. Go fuck yourselves. That's all I can say. Because no one else will, you homophobic twats. Again, very important message, but also, I'm going to look at your internet history. No, absolutely not. Smirk. Stop. Tori knows. She totally knows. Don't look at me like that. You come home wearing Michael's clothes all the time. Different that she wears Michael's clothes all the time. You can just tell me you're dating. It's kind of obvious. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh gosh. I feel like it just went totally serious. Oh, okay, so Charlie's mum and Charlie have had a little bit of a talk, and it was like a really nice scene. It really was. And I love that she can convey her emotions and he can say his, and say that he just wants to be like a normal teenager too. But I love that they've compromised now. When exams are over, you can have your sleepover. And I know this as well from season 2 of Heartstopper. I was actually on Charlie's mum's side about, you know, exams and Charlie getting way too distracted from his studies, and it was really affecting his education. Again, don't want to be devil's advocate, but I was on Charlie's mum's side in the TV show, which is probably really scandalous to say, but I really was. I don't know if it's because my adult brain or whatever, but when something like that affects your studies or anything that's pretty important like that, something needs to change a little bit, you know? And I love the fact that, you know, she does want Nick and Charlie to be together. Like, she's not trying to like get in their way, but she doesn't want him to get distracted before a really important time in his life. And that is so understandable. It really is. So I'm so glad that they can, you know, get that compromise. And he only has to wait 3 weeks anyway, so it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, so they don't kind of need a sleepover, to be honest. It's a lot. It is a lot. It's like how they can't stop kissing one another. Now it seems like they can't stop being intimate together anymore. Oh, and it looks like Charlie has gotten the confidence to help Sahar in the band as well. Like, he's meeting the bandmates. Yay, Charlie. So many wins in this volume when volume 4 knocked me down so many flights of stairs. This one is like taking an elevator all the way at the top. 5 days too long. I'm joking, I'll survive, haha. But guilt. Look at the guilt in Nick's eyes. Love you. Love you. Aww. Nick has just been to see the university in Kent, and he honestly doesn't seem that excited about it. He really doesn't. Yeah, it was good. I need it to speak to his soul. It doesn't look like Kent is the one, guys. Oh, he's sad. Don't be sad, Nick. He needs to be honest with Charlie. He needs to be honest about his feelings as well. Look at Oxford University. Look at the awe in their, well, entire being, honestly. Like, they are so awed by it. He needs that classic university experience. And I just hate how sad he looks right now. Okay, watching High School Musical repeatedly as a child is definitely king behavior. But can I just say, I love Tara and Elle being on this road trip with Nick. This whole, like, looking at different universities, going to their open days. I love that plotline so much. And it's giving Nick an opportunity to hang out more with Tara and Elle. So we get a little bit more about them in their dreams and passions. And also the confusion that they also have during this time in their life. I'm such a happy being right now. But also still so sad for Nick. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing getting these at the actual counter. Can we not gone through self-checkout? Nope. But also we do need more friends like Elle and Tara because they will give it to you straight. Or should I say, gay? Okay, Elle is speaking so much sense. So she's seen, what was it, Loughborough? I don't know how to pronounce that. Loughborough University. But yeah, she's saying, I know it won't be easy for me and Tao, but I'm not going to sacrifice my future for a relationship. Long distance can work, lots of couples do it. Yeah, well, probably be fine. Like, these are the things that Nick needs to really consider because, yeah, like Elle says, not going to sacrifice my future for a relationship. And again, I love Nick and Charlie, don't get me wrong. It probably sounds like I don't love them, but I do. But I need Nick to prioritize himself for a change. I want him to do the right thing for him and to make decisions not based on his relationship, but based on himself. And you can really tell how much it's tearing Nick apart. Oh, please, I don't want him to feel this bad. He shouldn't have to feel this bad. Oh, look at how much Nick would love to go here. Look, he seems like he's imagining really positive thoughts about, you know, playing rugby at Leeds University. So, oh, I feel like this is the one. This feels like the one. Oh my god, Charlie's just taken his top off in front of Nick. Do you know how huge that is for his body image and his own feelings about himself? That's huge. That's huge. And even Nick wasn't even prepared for that. Oh my god. But oh, bless. He's coming such a long way. Again, I love these little wins for Charlie. That special friendship between Nick and Tara, I think, is my favourite friendship in Heartstopper. And we don't talk about that enough. I really do feel like Nick can tell Tara anything without judgment and always gets great advice in return. Oh, I love the fact that Tara can really see Nick. Like, she sees him, you can tell. Asking about him liking Leeds Uni more than Kent. It's like, yeah. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna cry. I mean, Elle's woken up now and said, Nick, you always put other people's feelings above your own. And I know you and Charlie love each other, but this is your future. Honestly, so true. Like, I know how you feel. I'm in the same boat, but I have to put myself first right now. And Tara says, Charlie would support you. He wants you to be happy. Putting yourself first for once wouldn't make him hate you. And Nick says, it's not just about him. I'm scared to be away from him. I don't know who I am without him. And Tara says exactly what he needs to hear. Maybe it's time to find out. Yes. Yes. It's so lovely to have an incredibly passionate and amazing love with someone like Charlie. That relationship is incredible. But again, like, you should never sacrifice your individuality because of a relationship, you know what I mean? You always have to be true to yourself. You've seen how guilty Nick's been and how upset he's been. Like, he needs to do this. Nick needs to do this. Be honest with him. You're Nick and Charlie. You're gonna be fine. Oh. Again, like, it's so true. Oh, I love Tara and Elle so much. Come on, Nick, you can do this. And yay, Charlie has filled in the head boy form. I think he's gonna go for it. I would be so proud of you, Charlie. I'm already proud of you. Don't get me wrong. But this is huge. This is absolutely huge. Oh my god. And he's wearing a t-shirt. Oh my gosh. Yes. Charlie, yes. Tori knows. Tori knows how monumental this situation is right now. Oh my god. Michael is literally Tori. Appear. He's literally Tori. I absolutely love that after this massive ramble from Michael about, you know, labeling him and Tori as boyfriend and girlfriend, that Charlie asks, do you want me to go find her? In the way that Michael looks, yes, please. Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh my gosh, Tori coming out as asexual. Oh, I'm so proud of Tori too. I love it. I'm just not attracted to people in that way. Even him, the one person outside my family who I deeply care about. And before you say anything, I know some asexuals enjoy having sex, but I don't think I'm one of them. I love the fact that we have a brother and sister able to talk about these kinds of things without judgment and so freely. And, oh God, again, a great sibling dynamic between them. I'm so glad Tori felt the strength and the safeness. Is that even a word? I just bit my tongue there. The safeness to even come out as asexual. Oh my God, look at this bold confidence that Charlie has right now. There's a lot of F-bombs in this, but firstly, fuck what anyone thinks. And then, I don't give a fuck when Tori says, a lot of people would think you're weird for saying that. Because he said, you know, about like being in relationships, like you don't have to have sex. And Charlie had told Nick once that if he did never want to have sex, then that would be fine. He wouldn't break up with him. You know, it's like, again, like we are exploring so many different avenues of sexuality and what sex means to people, romantic love, passionate love, you know, things like that that are really confusing for teenagers and just even confusing still to adults. You know, we have so many things that we're still learning today in like the queer community. So it's just absolutely gorgeous about what we're learning about in Heartstopper Volume 5. How does Alice Oseman do this? Oh my gosh, okay, so it looks like Nick might miss the performance of the band. And I really do like the fact that he says, I know Nick's not here, but you don't need him here all the time. Like, you know, Charlie does need to hear that too. Maybe Nick missing the band will show Charlie that he can be on his own too. And Nick doesn't need to be there 24/7. At least maybe. I don't know if like Nick actually gets there. He is really trying so hard to get there, but there is a traffic jam. Look, else drive. I'm going to the speed limit. Everyone stop shouting. I love this so much. Oh my gosh, Nick made it so he can see the last song that they're doing. But, you know, Charlie was doing so good before that too. So I do still think that even though Nick did finally make it, that hopefully Charlie learned that, yeah, he doesn't need Nick to be there 24/7 for him to live. But it's so cute that Nick's like, that's my boyfriend. That's so cute. You know, this has not been as emotionally draining as Volume 4 was. This is actually made up from the emotional turmoil I went through myself while reading Volume 4. Oh my God, I'm so happy about so many different things. And Charlie's mum is just so fine with Charlie staying over at Nick's. And look how proud she looks too. Like, she looks really happy. Oh God, like, why is this just so beautiful? Oh my gosh, no words. Knowing that Charlie is okay with Nick seeing his scars, it's just like, oh, I've got no words whatsoever right now. Okay, I was hoping that Charlie wouldn't say something like, I love you so much, please don't ever leave me, haha. I kind of wish he never said that. Yeah, I don't want him to ever leave the relationship. I want them to be together forever. But, like, again, we're trying to build towards something here. We've got so little left of this volume. I don't know if we're actually going to talk about the elephant in the room. Oh God, I think we're going to talk about it now. Oh, okay. I'm getting myself prepared. I'll probably like live read it right now because I need to make sure that I give my thoughts and feelings and experience everything. But I mean, firstly, Charlie has said he's going to go for head boy again. Amazing. Absolutely so proud of him. But yeah, Nick, we haven't really talked about my uni visits. Oh my God, yeah, how was it? I want to hear everything. I have not turned the page yet. I don't know if we're actually going to talk about it, if Nick's going to be honest, what Charlie's reaction is going to be. I am so scared right now. What, was it that bad? No, they weren't. Leeds was my favourite. I think Leeds is going to be my top choice. Oh my God. Oh God, oh God, oh God. I don't know why I'm like reacting this way, but I'm just like, I feel how heavy and important this is. Oh, okay, right, okay. Charlie, oh, it's a really cool campus, like right in the city, and there's so much to do there, and I got to see one of the rugby teams playing, and they seem so cool, and everyone there seems really nice, and I don't know, I think I'd really like it there. Nick seems so happy as he's talking about this as well. He's just letting everything out. He's being so honest right now. Come on, Charlie. Please be supportive. Charlie, come on, you can do this. You can do this. Let the playing with the band be a lesson, and going for head boy be a lesson, that you are brave and strong enough to do this too. Come on. That's amazing, Nick. You're okay with it? Well, you never sound that enthusiastic about Ken. I want you to be somewhere you'll be happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, good. Like, Charlie has noticed. Okay, good. For a second, I wasn't sure if he had. You've never sounded that enthusiastic about Ken. Okay, this just proves it. Charlie has been paying attention. And, like, yeah, he has said some things that have made Nick feel like he can't leave Charlie. But I guess this whole volume has just been a way of, and I haven't finished just yet, this isn't a review just yet, but like, this has been a volume where we've explored that Charlie isn't actually fragile. I thought that maybe he would be, but he actually isn't. Like, he is strong, he is brave, he has the confidence to do this. He just needs to dig deep. And the relationship between Nick and Charlie has just like blossomed so much that I think it's allowed that confidence to come out. Oh, it's been so beautiful. I'm so happy that Nick has been able to be honest about uni and about his future and about how important that is. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that they've come to this. And like they've come to this crossroads and like they've met in the middle. And it's just beautiful. So many characters have as well. The compromise between Charlie and his mum. And even like Tao and Elle. Oh, I just love this volume so much. Oh my god, why did we leave it there? We've left it there. Okay, so Nick has shown Charlie it's a 4.5-hour drive to Leeds. And Charlie's like, so if you get in, we'll be long distance. Haha, weird. And we've just ended the volume with Charlie just being in Nick's arms, which is, again, so cute and beautiful. But Heartstopper will conclude in volume 6. I'm so sad, not conclude. Why conclude? Why can't this last forever? I'm so sad there's only one more volume to go. I want to cry when I read the last volume. The Oseman verse timeline. I actually love how this has been depicted. This is beautiful. I love this. Oh my god, there's an author's note at the back too. Hello, it's been quite a while. I'm very excited to finally be sharing volume 5 of Heartstopper with you. Volume 5 took a long time to create because I've spent so much, a few years working on the TV adaptation of Heartstopper. And honestly, considering Alice Oseman writes all of the episodes and has devoted so much time to it to make it like the best adaptation of a book ever, in my opinion, I genuinely believe that. I mean, yeah, of course, like, Volume 5 is going to take a lot longer to produce and come out. So, honestly, that's fine by me. It could have taken 5 years and I'd still be happy with it as long as Alice felt it was right for the series, you know? Alice has worked so hard, seriously. They don't get enough credit. It's been an incredible experience and I feel very lucky to have an adaptation that I'm so proud of and happy with. Like, how many authors can say that they're proud and happy with the adaptations and how hard Alice has worked on it too? Without the comic there would be no show, so I couldn't wait to get back at my desk and start drawing again. We're careening towards the end of Heartstopper now. Don't say that. Don't say that, please. I know it's true, but like, don't say it. Last volume, I thought this book would be the end, but it turns out there needs to be one more to complete the story. I'm very sad that the story is ending, but I can't wait to give Nick and Charlie and the Paris Squad the most beautiful send-off in volume 6. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry, no. Thank you everyone for your love and support for Heartstopper. See you in the final volume. No, Alice, no. But also, please do what's best for Nick and Charlie, and I know this is what's going to be best for Nick and Charlie. Alice really does know best. But that was beautiful, that was amazing, that was incredible. I just think every single volume has just been incredible, amazing. Heartstopper is my favourite thing ever. I love it so much. And yeah, I loved volume 5 so much. This was fantastic. I had every faith it would be fantastic. I just love it so much. What did you think of Heartstopper Volume 5? Please let me know down below. Please talk Heartstopper with me. I need to talk about Heartstopper with everyone right now. I would talk about Heartstopper every day of my life if I could. But I feel like I need a support group right now. A Heartstopper survival support group. Because I'm just feeling all the emotions. And knowing that there's only one volume left, that this was the penultimate volume, as beautiful and amazing as I'm sure it's going to be and perfect, I'm still so sad about it, and I need other people to kind of support and be sad with me, but also be really happy and thankful that we even have Heartstopper in the first place. Thank you so much, Alice Oseman. You are the literal best. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave all your comments down below. Let me know what you think of Heartstopper, what you thought of the vlog, Volume 5. Leave everything down below. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons and my One Piece channel members for supporting my channel. If you'd like to join my Patreon or my One Piece channel membership, then all the links are down in the description box. But yeah, I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye!